we're back at Disneyland.
Leave today and enter the world of Random Land.
Today, we're in the world of the future, Tomorrowland. But we're not here to talk about the history of any of these fantastic attractions. No. We're here to continue a little series. We already found 5 weird things in Fantasyland and 5 weird things in Critter Country. And today, it's time to find 5 weird things in Tomorrowland. Now, because Tomorrowland is the world of the future, there are a lot of weird things here. It was hard to narrow it down to 5. So on my second channel, we opened it up to some of you guys to suggest some weird things we should take a look at. So let's go check those out. Now, this weird thing we've talked about before, but it's back by popular request in this list. And it's right here at Innoventions. As you exit Innoventions, you are led down this long, curvy path back towards Tomorrowland. But right here at the bottom is something a little weird. All kinds of people walk by this area back into Tomorrowland without ever stopping to look at this little circle right here on the ground. It's a nice circle, I guess, but what's really weird about it is that if you stand right on it, your voice gets all echoey, thanks to some sort of Disney magic or witchcraft or science. If you stand on this circle and use your ear holes good, you will hear the echo. And if you missed the first one, there's even a second weird echo circle right here, even closer to the rest of Tomorrowland. And this guy, Robert Downey Jr.? If you want to find this weird thing, just come to the base of the giant Innovention Swiss cheese razor blade and stand on this circle for yourself. Echo, 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 echo. Yeah. Now in 1998, Tomorrowland changed from a bright white future into a steampunk future. That in and of itself is pretty weird. Or it rocks, depending on how you look at it. Now, part of the vision for this golden future was the idea of sustainability, an eco-friendly future. As a result, all the planters in Tomorrowland stopped growing flowers and started growing food and herbs and seasonings you could actually use. Wow, future oranges. These days, the futuristic steampunk look of Tomorrowland is mostly a thing of the past, but the planters remain filled with quasi-edible food. Now, even though to me an eco-future seems pretty plausible and worthwhile, some of you thought it was a little bit weird, particularly the seeming emphasis on cabbage, 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 cabbage. There are cabbages everywhere, and most of Tomorrowland is pretty space-oriented, which makes these space cabbages seems pretty weird. I mean, what does it mean? Is this the food of the future, or something more nefarious? Are you trying to take over our world? Maybe it's not that weird that space cabbage is the food of the future. I mean, cabbage is healthy, right? And it's delicious. No, cabbage is disgusting. That makes this weird. Our next suggestion is yet another weird thing left over from the 1998 version of Tomorrowland, and it's this. Many people find this fountain strange, confusing, even weird. Now, many of the people who suggested this referred to it as a giant planet or an asteroid. It's actually neither of those things. I actually happen to know what this is. It's called a Kugelball, and it is a sculpture. They actually have these all over the world. That ball right there is made out of some kind of rock. I'm pretty sure it's granite, but I'm not a rock journalist like Tyler, so I'm not 100% sure. And it is held aloft by extreme water pressure, which coats it with a thin film of liquid, allowing it to be turned in several different directions. So you can actually use your brute strength and turn that ball a different direction. Kugelball, not Kegelball. That would be weirder. Look, it's so wet and slimy. Whoa. Wet and slimy, wet and slimy. I always wonder what it would taste like. I bet it tastes like the future. Either way, the fact that it remains such a prominent part of a very otherwise outer space-oriented part of Tomorrowland is, of itself, weird. Weird. Okay, this wasn't a suggestion. This is just me personally. Every land in Disneyland, thanks to Rolly Crump, has the little clowns that turn the thing with the popcorn on the popcorn carts themed to their land. But Tomorrowland's is Cliff Secord, the Rocketeer. I love the Rocketeer. It is one of my favorite Disney movies. But the Rocketeer was always in the past, not the future. Very, very weird. Maybe they're saying there's a sequel in the future? Either way, weird. Notice I don't say it's weird that they have popcorn in the future, because who doesn't love delicious Disney popcorn? Yum. Alright, last but not least, and maybe not even most, is a weird thing right over here next to the Autopia. I'm sitting here across the walkway from the Autopia Winner's Circle gift shop, looking at a final weird thing. It's a door, but look, it's so little. Weird. The reason the door's so little is actually because it exists right under this platform from the old stairway up to the Tomorrowland Skyway Station. But all it does is lead to the other side of this, which is not very large. So I'm assuming some sort of broom closet. I mean, the cast members enter here. They don't enter that little door. So the real question is, why have a door at all? Much less construct a specifically tiny little door. I mean, it's cute, but it's weird.
That's weird.
Well, as the sun sets over Walt Disney's vision of the world of tomorrow, I must bid you all a fond farewell, for we have run out of time for weird things in Tomorrowland. But make sure you subscribe for some more video adventures in and outside of Disneyland with me, the weirdest one of all. And I'll see you later, okay? Bye-bye! Space peppers are weird too. And spicy. El futuro es muy caliente. Anyway, even though I know what it is, it actually doesn't make it any less weird. It's a nice sculpture, but what is it doing in the world of the future? Hey, the future needs art too. Maybe the Kugel balls aren't sculptures. Maybe they're ancient artifacts left by aliens all over the world to give us some sort of mystical wisdom. Or maybe it's just a nice sculpture from the future. Do you come from the future? What sort of mysteries are you hiding, little door? Hi, I'd like to enter your fine establishment. Santa?